Hey everyone, welcome to Travel Made Easy. So today's video is about jewelry. We've noticed many different types of gems and precious metals being worn around the cruise ships as everyone's having fun, and that's great. But we wanted to let you know about how pool chlorine and salt water from the beaches and your port excursions can actually harm and tarnish your jewelry. We would rather you enjoy your beach and pool time fully and not wondering why your jewelry has lost its shine and that you need to make an appointment at your jewelry store for maintenance and cleaning once you're back at home. We want your travel to be easy, so we'll dive into some do's and don'ts and give you our very own recommendations.
To start off, let's discuss why salt water and chlorine can be harmful to your jewelry. With salt water, it has a high concentration of different minerals and chemicals, making it potentially harmful. Chlorine, on the other hand, is a highly reactive gas that is commonly used in swimming pools and hot tubs to kill bacteria and other microorganisms.
Here are some examples of what chlorine and salt water can do to your jewelry. Now, there are a lot of different precious gems and precious metals that we can talk about, but for this video, we're just going to focus on the most common types of gems and precious metals that people wear on cruise ships.
The first gem we will talk about are diamonds. Chlorine can interact with the treatments applied to diamonds, causing them to lose their shine and luster. Chlorine can also cause discoloration in diamonds, especially those with a yellow or brown tint.
The next gem we'll be chatting about are sapphires. So sapphires are pretty well resistant to scratches and wear. However, its chemical properties can be affected by exposure to chlorine and salt water. When it is exposed to chlorine, sapphire can actually potentially undergo chemical reactions that may alter its appearance or structure. While sapphires are generally resistant to chlorine, it's not completely immune to its effects. Prolonged exposure to chlorine can cause sapphires to dull or discolor, develop scratches or pits within the stone, and also react with other chemicals, potentially altering its composition. And when it comes to salt water from the beaches or your port excursions, salt water can actually cause the sapphires to become discolored or even scratched.
The next beautiful gem we'll talk about is ruby. Chlorine can also react with the rubies themselves, causing them to lose their color and brilliance. And as for beaches, it is recommended to avoid exposing rubies to salt water, as it can cause damage or discoloration. Next is Tanzanite. This is a common gem sold and worn on cruise ships and ports, especially in the Caribbean. Tanzanite is sensitive to certain chemicals, including chlorine. Here are some of the harmful factors to consider. Number 1. Chemical reaction and color change. Tanzanite's color can change when exposed to chlorine. The stone may turn a more yellowish or brownish color due to the reaction. Number 2. Affected heat treatment. Tanzanite is often heat treated to enhance its beautiful blue-purple color. However, exposure to chlorine can cause the stone to undergo another similar reaction, potentially altering its color.
Now let's talk about precious metals. The first one we'll talk about is gold. There are different types of gold. Commonly, there's yellow gold, white gold, and rose gold. And within this, there's different carats of gold. That ranges from 10 carat, 14 carat, 18, 20, 22, and 24 carat gold, which is pure gold. These different degrees of carat is what you really need to pay attention to when it comes to the harmful effects of chlorine and salt water. So if your jewelry is anything less than 24 karat, like 10 karat, 14, 18, or 22 karat gold, it contains other metals such as copper, silver, nickel, and zinc. The lower the carat of your jewelry, the less gold it contains, and the more copper, silver, nickel, and zinc are present. The good news is that 24 karat gold, which is pure, is indeed resistant to damage from both chlorine and salt water. The bad news is that if you have any gold jewelry less than 24 karat, the alloys mixed within that are susceptible to damage from chlorine and salt water.
So, I can see you are thinking about what type of jewelry should I wear on a cruise or on a beach. Maybe something you would find at popular stores like Pandora or Swarovski, because they are not as expensive as fine jewelry. But in general, we would not recommend that either. Even though these types of jewelry are not as precious and expensive as other jewelry, it's important to note that this type of jewelry should not be worn in chlorine or salt water. These brands recommend avoiding soaking their crystals and stones even in water, and keep contact with water to a minimum. So something like salt water and chlorine would be even more harmful to it. Salt water and other harsh chemicals, such as chlorine, can have an adverse effect on the crystals and even change their appearance and properties. They can also dull the overall appearance of the jewelry, including harming the metal, discoloration, tarnishing, or a loss of crystal brilliance. Additionally, salt water can leave a residue that can continue to damage the metal surface even after you've left the beach. Something else to keep in mind, should anything happen to your jewelry, these companies may or may not be able to service them.
So what do we do when we travel to beach resorts and enjoy our cruises? Well, we personally love wearing beautiful jewelry while we travel and enjoy the waters. So what we do is wear sterling silver jewelry with no gems. Sterling silver is a beautiful precious metal. Chlorine and salt water can cause the silver to darken its color a little bit and give it a dull grayish appearance. But this is easily fixable by rubbing it with a polishing cloth, and it's good and beautiful as ever. In the notes below, we've created a list of links of our favorite items for cruising, as well as the very same sterling silver jewelry that we wear for travel for you to consider. We recommend you leave your very fine jewelry at home when cruising. But if you wanted to bring some jewelry with gold or with gems, you can, absolutely. We just recommend that you switch them out for sterling silver when you know you're going to enjoy the pool, jacuzzi, or beach.
So those are our do's and don'ts and our personal recommendations for you. We want you to focus on having a great time and not worrying about your jewelry.
If you liked or learned from our video, subscribe to our channel, and you'll get notified of our newest cruise tips and hacks. Additionally, if you have any business or personal travel ideas in mind, we'd love to plan and coordinate your perfect getaway trip for the best price. We love booking travel for others and getting paid for it. So if you would like to start your own travel agency, we can help you set that up too. Please reach out to our email provided below in our notes, and happy cruising.
Ciao!